Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Timothy. I'm a product designer and product builder. In today's video, I'll be walking you through the free design system that I've built in Figma, published on the Figma community. Um, I remember I made a video a few months ago explaining and building design system of Figma, which has three parts, from part 1 to 3. Then I also make the commitment of building a kind of industry standard library that will be beginners friendly for you to use on your project and for you to work with as a product designer. So if you are UI designer and you are just getting started, this library will help you to design. It will help your design to make your design faster. It also helps you to stay consistent while designing, and also help you to build a professional interface. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use every part of design system and how to customize it for your own project. So this design system that I built is a template which is available on my um, community profile. You can search on Figma, figma.com/@ahmedtimothy. I will also attach the direct link to access this design system on this video. So let's get started. Let's open this is the template. Let's open the template and see what the template entails. So as far as the template is concerned, this template entails the different components. Like we have the style guide, the button sets, input field, mobile and desktop navigation bar, components, typography. Then in this tutorial, we also make a kind of open design just to walk you through how you can use this design system to work on your personal project. So before we get started, there are a few things that I would love you to know, and I also like you to have the idea and orientation about using a design system template. Firstly, when using a design system template, you don't have to detach components just anyhow. Instead of detaching components from anyhow, it's much more advisable for you to use the variant of the components working with. So before we dive more, okay, while opening the components now, so before we go into walking you through the component that I've created already, I'll just do a brief recap of what design system is. If you are not familiar with design system before, you can check my previous videos. I already made video on design system um, and building design system in Figma. So design system is we can just, like, should I say, categorize it as a reusable element. That is elements that that you want to use um, continuously in your project. So, and that helps you, and creating the standard component helps you to maintain consistency across your design project. For example, elements that are they are more liable for you to reuse in your project, like elements like input field, components like button, components like spacing, components like color. So those are the elements that you are most likely to repeat and to use more on projects. And having them as a component, building a standard design system will help you to it will help you to be consistent. It will help you to make your design faster. You don't have to create button all the time. Once you have a single button created, then you will just use it across your design project. Then it's also help you for easier collaboration. So it helps for easier collaboration. You can collaborate with other designers easily, and you both be on the same page working together on the project. It helps your scalability, and also it helps for better developer handoff. So those are the benefits of using a design system. Now for this design system, we have the cover. Okay, so let's move to the style guide. So for the style guide, okay, we have color definition where I define my black, my neutral color, black and white, my brand color, my success green, red danger, and warning color. Then we have shadow where I also define my classes of shadow, which have the light fashion and darker different fashions of shadow that I created. I've created about 10 fashions of shadow. Then I also have my style typography, my typography set, which has different weights, font size, font line, and font spacing. So I'll be walking you through all this. Then I also have my variables created, which entails my foundation color, which entails my semantic color. My semantic colors are color that shows on designs, while the foundation color that be hidden, which cannot be which will not be showing on your elements on design. Then I also have my typography sets, which entails the font family, style, and size, and also border spacing and border and also spacing. That is for gap for auto layout. And okay, so before we move far, so I will just go to my variables because I use variable to create my color sets, my typography, my border radius, my border, my radius, and my spacing. Now for the variables, this is my foundation color collection. So you can see these are the two neutral color that I use, white and black, and this is the brand color. The secondary color divided from 50 to 800 to 900 color variant. Then the dark color defined my warning color, my yellow warning color, my red danger color, and my green success color. I have them defined. And coming to the scope here, you can see they are all hidden. They are hidden, so my foundation color will not be showing on my design. While my semantic color are colors that I'm using on my project. Now these are my background defined semantic color, and I already have them the variants for dark mode. So for this design system, you have a design system that works for both light mode and dark mode and makes your work faster. And also my content design, these are color that shows on anything text related. These are color that shows on anything shapes or frame related. Let's check the scope for you to have. Yeah, you can see on the scope, the color scope shows on frame and shape. While for content, the color scope for content shows on text alone. While for border, the color scope on border shows on stroke alone, that is on outline alone. If you are not familiar with all this, I already have a video, a tutorial that I created on the building design system, so you can walk through building design system, get yourself familiar on how variable work. Variable is the future of Figma design. I know based on my expectation, I even expected Figma to have like already removed style from Figma, but for and maybe just for so let's say for consistent reason we still have guide. But we are not in era of using guide anymore, so we are now of using color guide and colors and style, sorry, color style anymore. We are now in era of variable. And also variable helps you in terms of your mode. It helps you to define your mode, it helps you to set your light mode, your dark mode, and you can also work on other elements, so like typography. So yeah, for this design system I have my typography set. So now in case you are working on a project, oh sorry, let's go back to color. So in case you are working on a project and you are using a different type of color, let me say you're just using a different color entirely. So you just, let's say you have a primary color and a secondary color, which I define in my design system as brand color and secondary color. So you just generate your color, use what's it called, use your foundation color, or based on how you define your color variant. So define your color from 50 to 100 and to 90 variants. Then change the colors on your foundation collection. So you change the color on your foundation collection, you change the secondary color on your foundation collection. If you have a different variant of that color too, you change it. And but all this dark color, warning color, alert color, success color, they're industry standard color, which I didn't know you don't really have a reason to change it. Primarily, the color you have reasons to change is your brand color and your secondary color, which you definitely have a different color for. And once you make the changes on them, then they'll reflect automatically on your semantic color. So you don't need to touch your semantic color or make any changes on your semantic color. Now the same thing with typography too. I already have a typography style created on the design. Let me just go through. Let me close this. Okay, so these are my text style that I have created on the design already. I have the heading created from display to edit 7. I have body created. I have my caption text created, and they are all created and linked to these typography variable. So if you are changing the typography, I use open sound for my typography. Now in the situation whereby you are using a different formula font like Inter as your primary, or you are using Montserrat as your primary, or you are using Roboto or other type of font as your primary, you just change the font name here. And for your secondary, if you are using maybe a different font for your secondary color too, you just change the secondary font color directly from here. And after changing this, it reflects on the whole file. And the same thing with your style. If you're having extra style, you can add extra style. And if you just need to modify the existing style, you modify them. And for the font size, they are industry standard font size, so I don't really see any reason for you to to make changes on them. The same thing with your border, they are industry standard border. We have from 0 pixel to 4 to 8, and the highest is 100. While on our radius too, from 0 to 1000 as the highest, for spacing too from 0 to 34 for your auto layout spacing, which is industry standard for mobile app. But if you have any reason to use beyond that, you can actually add more on it. So let's go back to, I guess we are done with that. So now moving back to our button set. So here is our button set. We have button set, we have CT action button set, which has the primary field, secondary field, and disable field. So these are primary color field, secondary button field, and disable field. Then we have outline button to outline field. Then we have hover, and we have disable also. Then for the checkbox button, we have checkbox for default, over, focus, selected, which can be used across your project. They are all in components. All you just need is just to go to your assets here, then locate them directly from assets. So okay, then we have radio button too. They are available for you to use. You have the toggle buttons, which are also available for you to use. Then there's Pignation button, they are available for you. Cancer, we have stepper. So other buttons, this is button set version 1, include the whole design system is version 1. It's just for beginner. So other should I say other sophisticated buttons will be included, other components will be included in the version 2 of this design system. Just stay focused, just continue working with the version 1, and we'll be rolling out the version 2 of the design system next month by the special grace of God. So moving to the input field. Now for the input field, we have, for the V1 of the input field, we have outside label. The V2 is going to have inside label, where the title label and the title will all contain inside the input box. But for the V1, we're having the label outside of the box. So we have the typing field, we have the password field, we have the money input amount field, we have phone number, we have OTP, and also we have drop down, so you can explore this input field that you can use. I will also show you how to use them. We have navbar, different categories of navbar, different types of navbar have been created. We have type A, type B, type C, type D, type E, and type F. So all that, these are just first version of mobile nav. We also have some advanced version of mobile navigation that will also be created for you to use in your next in the next version of this design system. Then there is also components. So other components like pop-up, other components like your snack bar, which you can use for notification on your mobile app and also for your desktop. This is mobile app snack bar, and this is desktop snack bar. Then we have card design, we have horizontal card, we have vertical size cards, which can be used for your design. There is loader, which can also be used in your design projects. There is progress bar, which can also be used on your design projects. All these are V1, expect more in V2. Then for your icon sets, we have 2 icon sets packed on this design system already. There is icon set from Uj icon, and also there is icon set from Bootstrap. So this is Uj icon set. There are stroke icon sets. All icon set that you need working on the design project, everything has been included here. So all you just do is go to your assets library, and just get your icon set. So the Bootstrap icon set entails stroke and fill icon set, while the Uj icon set is just stroke icon set. Now let me walk you through how to use all this design, how to use all this color, sorry, how to use this design system for your personal project. So if I'm you, after getting this file from my community, what I'm going to do is come down here and duplicate it. So I'll duplicate the document. So after duplicating the document, then you have that as like the owner of the document. So I can just close the template from Figma. So I'll duplicate this, then duplicating this, I can just rename it. Let's call it Open Design. Let's name it Open Design. So okay, or let's just say Open Design app. Maybe that's the name of the app we'll be using, for tutorial in this course. Then my cover, I can change the cover to maybe it's my project cover, my project title, whatsoever, but I didn't need to do that. So my style guide maintained, my e-button maintained. Those documentation I just maintained for me to have the knowledge and idea of what I have. Then I can create a page and name it work in progress. Okay, bring it down here. Oh, I already even have a page design. Okay, what it's still cool. So bring it down here. Then if I have a reason to change the color, my color, so I'll just come to, okay, let me get a frame. What color can we use? Let's navigate around here. What color can we use? Green, orange. What type of color can I work with? Okay, I love blue, so I'll work with blue. I just work with a great color. So I work with blue, copy my blue color, then go to my color foundation. I provide the color foundation for my color definition. I didn't have time, following the traditional process. Then change my profile to materials, paste my color code here. So and create a style. I only needed a single primary color, so I will use the existing secondary color on the design system. Then come down to my typography. So I will need to reduce the size here. So then go to my, now before I move to my, you can see for my foundation, you can see this is my brand color, and if you check my semantic color, you can see these are my brand color, but this brand color is what I want to change to blue. So instead of making those changes, I'll just go to the origin, the source itself is the foundation color. So I'll move to the source directly, then come down to my color guide here, the foundation color that I've generated, the blue color I've generated here. Then my 50%, copy my 50%, have it pasted here, copy my blue. Sorry, before we move far on this, let me quickly walk you through something again for you to have a quick remembrance. Now, if you check the button set, you can see the button set color is purple for the primary. You check the input feed, they are purple for the primary. You check the nav bar, they are purple for the primary. Now, immediately we go on this page and we change this foundation color to the new color, then all the color will automatically reflect on the whole design. So let's copy 100, paste 100, copy 200, then we paste 200, go to 300 now. I'm trying to make this fast so as to save time. Then 400. And 900. Okay, so we have all the color already. Now let's check our semantic color. You can see our brand color has changed to the blue color. You can see that we have it changed. Our content has changed to that deep color, and our border, everything has changed. The color has changed. Now going back to our design component, you can see the primary color has changed from purple to blue. The input feed colors has changed to blue. The nav color has changed to blue. Everything color defined related has been changed to the newly set color. So for you to avoid confusion, so you just delete the previous style guide that you created already, so you have it deleted now. So I guess we've solved that. Then for our fonts, we can also choose to use a different font, although I love using Open Sans. What's the typography? So you can just come here, just change your um primary color here and use a different font entirely. Now let's go to our open design to work on a design and use our components. Now I will draw, delete. So I will draw a frame now. Yeah, I guess I just use a desktop size frame. Yeah, this is my frame. Then come to my assets here. So this asset, then all library, then we have 5,992 components created on this file alone. So click on my created in this file. Now for my button set, just come to button, pick out variant of button. So my button size, my screen size, I do use something around 335. Okay, so this is my button now. Yeah, so this is my primary color now. My primary button. Then I will duplicate Command D, duplicate more, Command D. Let's duplicate one more, Command D. Now this is the fill, fill. Then I will change this to outline, to primary but to outline. Then this is going to change to fill but to secondary color, and this is going to be fill to be outline but to my secondary color also. So you can see that, you can see how we use the variant, the button variant for this, and which can be used across your design system. So you don't need to detach to change their style, just follow their variant. They are all industry standard design. So let's go back to assets again. We have the checkbox. So this is the checkbox, this is the default, and this is when it is in over mode. You can see it changes. Select the text box again. This is when it is in focus mode. This is when it is selected. This is when it is in intermediate, and this is when the checkbox is disabled. The same thing with placeholder. We have different variants for them. Default, over, we have selected. Just check, just explore. We have the counter also. So this is the counter itself. This is the different variant of counter that we have. Then we have the pagination. This for icon, this for selected, and so on and so forth. Then we have toggle. So toggle when it is on and when it is off. Then the state, when it is in focus, when it is in over, when it is in selected. Then we have other components. Okay, we are done with the button component. I'm trying to save time. We have other components like card components. Like this, we can bring in the card here. So we have card components. So no text, with text, no title, with title, no description, with description. So you can just navigate around that. We have loader. That's loader that can be used on different variants. Then we have snack bar. So this is the mobile snack bar. So for the mobile snack bar, there is success snack bar, there is failed snack bar. Let me just try and expand this frame size a little bit so we can have more to accommodate. There is failed snack bar, there is warning snack bar, and then alert snack bar. So you didn't have to detach them, just use their variants. Let's say you want to use for success, just use the success variant. Use the success variant, and all you need to do, maybe you want a different text, you can, they are editable. For example, you can just personalize it and just be like OTP receive, OTP to phone, OTP sent to phone successfully. It can just be different changes completed. So you can just be different. Just use the components and their variants instead of continuous detaching. And then we have for desktop, this for desktop, and also the desktop also come with different variants. It comes with field, it comes with warning, and also the rest. So let's check through others too. We have your icon iconography, your icon set, which you can use. You can bring in any of your icon and they are linked directly to the file. You can bring them in on the project. Then we have input feed, so you can bring in your input feed also. Now for input feed, this is input feed and drop down. So let's select input feed. Then for the state, let's select completed state. So for the type text, or let's change this type to password. You can see, let's change the type to money. You can see, you can change the type to phone number. and we can change the type to drop down also. So you can just use any. Then the nav bar also, we also have nav bar. So this is the first nav bar, which can be edited on the component directly itself. Now for this nav bar, now I will duplicate this, command D, command D, command D. So I already have it duplicated in 5. So I will change this the home, then this is the variant for search. You can see the highlights move to search, and this is the variant for history. The highlights move to history. This is the variant for accounts, and this is variant for empty when none is selected, when none is active. You can see we have home, search, history, account. So I will delete all this, bring in another style of what's it called, command D. Then let's duplicate it to 5 also. 1 2 3 4 5. So this is the home, this is the search, you can see that. This is the analytic, and here goes for history. Then this goes for account, and the last one goes for empty when nothing is selected. So you can see that. So, and that's how others work too. That's how this work. You can set the variant. This also, that's how it works. This style of navigation, that's how it works also. And this last one too, that's how it works. So those are how you can use all these components that have been created for your project. You can see this will make your design faster. It will make it easy for you to work with, and also help you to be productive as a product designer. So the tips that will be giving you before we end this video: first tip is that don't attach components unnecessarily. Use variables. Then keep your auto layout enabled, because all these variables, they have auto layout included on them. They are reusable components, so feel free to use them on your design project. Then the updates, you can stay, so let's say just always stay active on my community page, because I'll be pulling out different updates on the design system, so you can continue to you can continue to update your design system. I'll be publishing different fashion every week on the on my Figma community, and that will help you to to like be able to stay updated as a product designer too. So thank you very much. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more UI/UX design content on my YouTube channel. You can download this design system for free on Figma community using the link that will attach in the description. And if there is a component you would like me to add in the next version, let me know in the comment section, and I will make sure I include that component in the next version of this design system. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.